Hello, and welcome to MFA 700, module number 5, honing your pitch. All right, let's get right to it. Looking at the learning objectives, you will read through these on your own. Basically what we've been doing in the past with a little bit of a twist, which I will explain. Moving on to module at a glance. Again, we will cover these items in this video, so we will not spend a lot of time on this section. Readings and resources. For this module, you get to write a pitch, and so here are some excellent resources to help you with that. We will talk more about that assignment and what is required in just a minute or two. Before we get to the module overview, let me just state again how much I'm trying not to sound like a robot, but I have to speak slowly and clearly so that the transcription software can understand what I'm saying. Okay, with that out of the way, let's look at the module overview. There are two things I want to point out in this section. A pitch is not your book. It's a sales tool meant to interest the listener or reader. A pitch is not a summary of your book. Okay, so let's get that out of the way. Also, does it make sense to work on a pitch before you have even finished writing the novel? The answer is yes. Sometimes working on the pitch will actually help you, give you guidance on the direction that your book is going. It is a good way to stop and actually consider what you're writing about. Before you get started, there will be an additional video I will post in the announcement sections as I have done before. It'll be my version of a pitch for my latest book, which came out at the end of January 2020. So while we were in this class, so exciting stuff there. All right, keep remembering that we have these open workshops where you can upload work for your peers to look at and give you feedback. Nothing really new so far until we get to this 5-3, the pitch. Okay, so to break this down, let's go ahead and look at the actual rubric. Your rubric here is you're going to create a pitch of no more than 125 words in length. Okay, that means you need to be very concise. It does say that you can create a video that has to be a minute in length, but remember, if you create a video, you have to transcribe it. So perhaps it may just be in your best interest to just write it out instead. What are we looking for in the pitch? A nuanced pitch that illustrates the premise of a novel along with the protagonist's emotional arc using deliberate language. So as we have learned in our book that we are reading for this class, it's all really about the character's emotional arc. All stories are about the character's emotional arc. You also make sure that you will have to get this submitted by Thursday of this week, because you have to then provide feedback to at least 2 of your peers. So if you're unclear on how to write a pitch, please go back and look at those readings and resources, and they will give you an idea of how to do that. Moving to the next assignment. This is just a check-in. So let's take a look at the rubric for this one. It's pretty straightforward here. Now note, it doesn't say how long this has to be. It's really just a chance for you to reflect and share with me really how your writing plan is going, the tracking tools you're using, if they're working or not, any setbacks or progress that you've made and any changes you need to make to your writing plan. When you started this class, you came up with a plan of how many words or how long you were going to write on any particular day or particular week. So it's time now to take a time out and look back at what you projected and what is actually working. Are you using any tracking tools? Is your writing plan working? What setbacks and progresses have you to say about it? So if I were to write this assignment, what I would do is simply start with an opening introduction paragraph that introduces that this is just a chance for me to reflect on my plan. Then I would have a paragraph that describes the writing plan, what my writing plan is, what changes I've had, give an example. Then I would have another paragraph focused on the tracking tools. Again, what's worked, what hasn't worked, give an example. Your setbacks and progress would be another paragraph. Give an example. Changes to the writing plan. What's been working, what hasn't been working, give an example, and then perhaps end with a summary paragraph. Probably 2 pages is what we're looking at for this assignment. Again, you're not graded on 2 pages. You're graded on if you answer these questions. And again, evident for me means that you've addressed this prompt and at least back it up with at least some sort of evidence or an example to get the point across. That is 5-4. Moving on. If it is your week to submit your thesis, then you've done this. It's your turn. All right. This is part 1. Then starting with module 6, we get to do thesis part 2. And we have been through this before, so we don't need to spend a lot of time on this now. And I believe that is it for module 5. It is. So there you go. If you have any questions, please email me. Thank you.